It's Friday, August 29th. I'm just getting underway here at 7:42. Didn't realize yesterday that I actually had my longest day. I thought I was only going 12 miles. I ended up going 16, which is why I was probably pretty sore last night. But woke up this morning. I didn't put the rain fly on last night. It was really nice to see the stars and all that. You can see up there, the sun's already up on the higher mountains. And this is where I stayed last night. This is called Purple Lake. So, right now I'm heading towards Virginia Lake. I'm only going to do 12 miles today, I promise. And I'm going to take it nice and easy as I go. And I'm going to get over Silver Pass today. And then I'm going to camp just on the other side of it, like maybe 2 miles from there. So there's a fair amount of climbing today. But looks like there might be a little bit of downhill mixed in there, which is always nice. So here's the bridge I'm going across at the end of Purple Lake. A little stream. And I'll check in with you later. Here's a better look at the valley I came up yesterday. Not sure what that mountain is in the distance, but I'm going this way. Got a little bit more of this climb this morning, and then it'll be probably downhill to Virginia Lake later. Remember that a little bit ago from the lake, where I said the sun was up on the mountains? Well, now I'm right up here next to it. And then I guess after that, there's similar climb, switchbacks out to go over, not a pass, but it's a trail that leads to a pass, kind of like what I did going towards Deer Creek yesterday, but obviously not as far. Here it is. Wow, it's a long lake. Cool. Not sure where I go around it or if I'm going up that pass. I gotta look at the map a little later. But it's gonna be downhill for quite a while. And you can see getting back into the big mountains again. And this is pretty picturesque canyon here with that meadow and the creek rolling down it. See that creek in the middle of those trees? And then this big granite. I'm sure this at one time was filled with ice during the Ice Age. But this like polished granite or maybe snow or something way up on that giant mountain. Very pretty. It's easier to hike when you have something to look at, I will say that. I know I talked to a guy that was finishing the Appalachian Trail when Big Country and I were finishing up Georgia. We met him at the state line, and he says, you know, we were like, oh, this part was like 5 miles without seeing anything. He's like, 5 miles? I've gone 5 days before without seeing anything. So that's hiking, I guess. You got to get from point A to point B, and sometimes it's not always fist fights and car chases, as they say in the police world. Okay, I'm about 3/4 of the way down towards that meadow out there. I thought this was really cool. It's like this whole green river, and all the water is like rushing underneath all the grass. You can't see hardly any of the water, but you can hear it, how powerful it is. I've never seen that before. I think that's kind of cool. Fish Creek. I'll follow that for 1.1 mile, continuing to drop in elevation till just over 9,000 feet. At the end of that, I gotta start climbing Silver Pass, which is 1,800 feet, which is a pretty stout climb, and I think it happens in the matter of a couple, 2-3 miles. Well, Normally walking through the woods isn't as exciting, but when it's next to a stream, it's pretty cool. Check a look up of that. So, talk to you later. Fellow gum today. This is not the metal bridge I thought it was, and apparently it may continue dropping. Kind of a neat area, flatter part. I'll probably start climbing again, but see that big head wall. I think I follow this stream further up, and then somewhere we gotta climb up over out of this canyon somehow. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. No, really, it is. Bye. There's a little lake on the right of climb up to Silver Pass. If you look down there, there's Richard and Bee having lunch. It looks like Richard's gonna go for a swim right now. Jump! As you can see, I was actually ahead of them. I thought I was behind them, and we actually stayed up at Purple Lake in the same campsite last night, but just never saw each other. I got some bad information from some people that thought they continued on, but you know, when all you're doing is hiking every day, it's nice to have trail friendships that gives you somebody to talk to, something familiar. So just seeing them kind of lifted my spirits. Not that I was really down, but let's just say it gives you a little more of a boost, you know, because after all, as much as we like being solo hiking and all that, at the end of the day, I think we like the camaraderie of commiserating with other people about how hard the climbs were. So, alright, just like that, I'm on top of Silver Pass, and it was a heck of a climb, but as usual with most of these climbs, it was well worth it. See what I mean? Nice lakes, big lake over there, and then a little pond over here. I'm supposed to be hooking up with a creek at some point, and then following that down the mountain. Not sure where I'm going to stop today, but lots of switchbacks for the night. Somewhere way down there, there's supposed to be a meadow called Pocket Meadow. And over here, as I'm approaching, you can see up on the left, or straight in front of you now, there's like a waterfall slash trickle all the way down the rock face of that granite. You can see where the dark is and some of the little bit of waterfalls. But this is level and I gotta go way down there at the end of my day. So here's crossing the creek again. It's pretty steep up there when I just came down. I'm glad I'm not going up that, but I think tomorrow I'm going to be going up similar. And continues down. Oh, I'm done for the day. Looks like after it was all said and done, I hiked about 9 hours. Tonight I'm camping at Pocket Meadow, and it's on the other side of these pine trees. There is a small meadow, and there's a stream going right by with the water running on top of some granite, so that's kind of nice. I washed up over there, and I'm just going to put on some different clothes, and looks like it potentially could rain. I'm not sure. But I'm at the bottom of this canyon. You can see, as usual, I'm always sort of in the bottom of a canyon. But I'll check in a few minutes with the stats of the day as far as how far I went, and I know I climbed a lot, went down a lot, climbed a lot, went down a lot, so we'll check that out in a minute. Alright, well, the stats for the day are that I climbed 2,350 feet, and I dropped 1,943 feet. So, oh no, wait, I take that back, I dropped more than that. 1,390 plus 1,943. Long way either way. Well, it's 6:30. I've washed up, I've eaten. I'm just kind of hanging in the tent. There's no one at my campsite tonight, so I'm just gonna chill out and maybe somebody will show up. I'll probably listen to some music. I haven't done that in a long time, so alrighty. Good.